Hello and welcome to another video. In this video, I want to talk about positivity that is not necessarily coming from the heart. It's rather a let's be positive and everything is amazing, and negativity or that aspect of this balance cannot exist. Okay? Maybe you have heard this term of like, gosh, this person is so negative, I don't want to be around them. Or this person is so positive, I cannot be around them. It's too much, too overwhelming. And I'm especially talking about this because this has reached me through a message where it was a topic in a friendship where someone shared a story and it was quite sad. The person felt miserable, and people around that person were then saying, now be a bit more positive, be a bit more optimistic, life is great. And you know what? That person didn't feel like it. So overwhelming from both sides, right? And I want to quickly put a little side note here and tell you that being positive is sometimes a bit misused, I would say. So here we go. My name is Patricia. I'm a certified life coach. And if you're new to my channel, then hit that subscribe button. Also make sure to have a look into the description box. There you find all the informations about one-on-one coachings. In addition, make sure to hit that subscribe button, also hit that alarm clock so you get actually notified as soon as I publish any new content. And with this, let's go. So as I just described before, this kind of fake positivity, this kind of stay positive, be positive, waking up positive, like all this positive, and negativity doesn't exist. That can be very, very tricky for someone who is really in pain, who is really suffering, who really has some difficulties. Why? Simple. The person doesn't feel understood. So if we say to the person, stay positive, be positive, the person doesn't feel that. And it's one of the most advices I have heard over the past years. Just be like this and you'll feel fine. Just do this. While actually, I would recommend something else. So if you're open for that, then stay with me. It's about understanding what positivity and this really heavy emotions, what it actually means. And for me, to be honest with you, this doesn't really exist anymore. For me, there is not a feeling of, ooh, this is such a bad feeling and I'm not able to feel that way. Or the other way around, I'm too happy. That's not okay. I need to feel this. So instead of pointing out fingers of what I should feel more, I let it be there. I give it space. I give it the opportunity to show up. Why? Very, very simple. Because it's not just going away with being positive. It's about start the healing process behind what is painful for you. It's not about stay miserable and everything is gonna solve. No, you gotta do the work. And while being honest is example with this friendship I just explained before. You see, when you have someone in front of you and this person just doesn't feel really well, giving out advices of how they should feel instead just makes them feel unseen, makes them feel not acknowledged, makes them feel unworthy of how they feel. And maybe you can imagine how that feels like for that person. Imagine when you felt really sad, when you felt you just want to cry and you just want to share, and then someone is saying, be positive. You know, tomorrow everything is going to be okay. And you're just like, huh? My life is going downhill. Like, can't you see? Now, of course, that may not be the truth. See, everything is about perception, how you view things. But that doesn't really matter because that person literally feels that way. So, in order to make that person comfortable, and if that person is ready to do something, then you can always say something like, hey, do you want to hear something you could do, or do you want to do something about it? Before you start to give any advice, ask for permission. Always ask for permission. It's so important. I cannot tell you how many times I have done that wrong myself, where I tried to save people. I tried to help them because I felt, yeah, but I know that they can just do this and then they feel better. Like, what's the point? You know, you come to me because you want something from me, that I solve it somehow. Like, this is the whole deal. No? Yeah, no. No, I was wrong there. I was really wrong. So save yourself some time. Save yourself time and don't do that, because you make that person feel more miserable if you try to save them instead of just being there. I do have actually another video about if help, it goes something like this: if your help that you're offering is the real help they need. I think it's something like this. It's quite a while ago, maybe half a year or so. And if you think you know what is best for them, then I can already tell you that you're wrong. You don't know. You haven't lived their life, you don't have their experience, and you haven't gone through what they go through. Even if what they go through doesn't seem as hard for you, it doesn't make you an expert in their life. For me, that was crucial to understand. Of course, I'm also talking here as a coach to you, because I feel that it's so important that we understand each other better. I feel it's so important that we understand ourselves better, because we don't want someone next to us that solves the problem for us. Most of the time, we actually know what is the doing part. We don't know what to do with the feelings. We don't know what to do with the emotions. We don't know how to heal that. You see, how to heal that experience that just hurted us. We know how to feel better, and most of the people know how to get out of it, and they'll do it when they feel ready to do so. That's something I've learned as well, where I trust that people come to me and they ask for help, for support, for my support, when they feel ready to do so. See, coaching is a very vulnerable area. It's very vulnerable. You open up yourself, you open up that space, so someone walks in and you basically share all your books, right? Share all your stories, and that's very vulnerable. And sometimes it just needs a little bit more time to start. And so intervening here and trying to already problem solve and, fix everything, it's not going to help. Not them, not you. And it's going to make that person feel very depressed, very down. So those toxic, I wouldn't even say it's toxic. I would say it's bullshitting. Bullshitting yourself. Okay? Being positive or trying to be positive while you don't feel it, that's BS. That's not doing the work, that's bypassing the work. That's saying goodbye, not this year, maybe next year, maybe not even then. Right? That's not doing the work. That's about not acknowledging your feelings. That's about not acknowledging their feelings. It's about pretending. Well, there's another really important one. This fake it until you make it. Yeah, it won't work because you don't believe it. You see? Believing in yourself is super important in order to get there. But if you don't believe yourself, then how do you want to get there? There is, however, a little thing, a little side note, which is about doing something every single day that makes you feel better, makes you feel lighter, is going to increase how you feel about yourself. Okay? It's like eating healthy, eating good foods every single day. See, by 30 days, you are going to see the results of that. It's super easy. If you are, I don't know, learning accounting and you have no clue how it works, if you put in the effort every single day, you're gonna see some results in 30 days. Okay? That's just a matter of fact. So it's a matter of fact that if you work on yourself, you don't have this high-end goal of, I'm gonna be positive, only positivity is allowed to exist and everything else is not. Yeah, that's not how it works. See? It's this understanding that both exists, like this and this, and together you have the balance. Together you're gonna make it work for yourself. But for this, you have to acknowledge not only the joyful moments, you gotta accept that even frustration, anger, that is material that you can use for yourself. See, I use, when I'm angry, for example, I use it and I transform it. So I can look at my anger and say, this actually helped me to do this, this, and this. You see? Or if I experience pain, the exact same thing. I'm like, how can I use this energy now and transform it so it actually works for me? What can I do? What can I do to make this a good result for me, something where I feel joy. So every single morning when you wake up, you can start something like how you want to feel today. Go in this little silent mood every single morning and ask yourself, how do I want to feel? I do have a whole other video about transforming your emotions into more happier places, into more happier stages. Go and check that out. It's about doing or getting a routine, but you as a friend, or even if you're watching this yourself, observing yourself and understanding that not everything is positive, not everything will always be positive, and that's okay. There is nothing wrong with you. Nothing is wrong with having a not so good 5 minutes. It just depends how long you want to stay in that place. I stayed in that sad place for a really long time until I felt, okay, well, I can as well try something out, right? Maybe I have some options available. See? You got to be ready for it. So if you have a friend who is really down or really low, all you can really do is being there for them, being there, listening. Of course, always, this is a side note. If you are not available for these kind of energies, the heaviness, if you feel drained, then you gotta make sure that you have your boundaries set and that you're saying to that person, listen, today is not a good day. I have no capacity to actually listen to you. And I would be appreciating if we could change the topic, right? So understanding your own boundaries as well is super, super, super crucial. And being okay that that other person may not understand, because we're so used to just dump emotional stuff on someone else while we actually don't really want to work on it, which is then their thing. Okay, it's on them to make a change. But as a friend or as a good friend, you can always decide. You see, you don't need to listen to a story 200 times if you feel you're done or you just cannot hear it anymore, or those kind of things. Then that person needs to find something else where she can drop her stuff or his stuff. But it's important to understand that emotional dumping, that's not really what I was trying to say in this video. I don't want you to listen to just stuff where people put their trash in front of your yard and you have no clue how to get this away. It's a bit too much, right? So I do want to leave this extra side note as well, that this is not about emotional dumping. And if you feel that this person is doing that and always, starting this thing, then you may as well set those boundaries. There's another video I have about boundaries that's going to help you and really understand that it's not only the person who shares the story, it's also you who is important. You're both important the way how you feel. And so Just because that person feels sad doesn't mean that you need to feel sad as well. Okay? That wasn't my main goal in this video. So I hope this has clarified a few things. Let me know your thoughts. Have you experienced where you try to share how you feel and people would just problem solve? Have you experienced that? Let me know in the comments. And I say goodbye and see you next time. Thanks for watching.